Hello, eighth grade. I hope you enjoyed your spring break, and I'm very happy that you're tuning into this video. I'm going to go over some important information, things that came up last week frequently as far as questions go, and then kind of where to go from here for today. So first and foremost, I wanted to show you something, a couple things actually, that came up through your Schoology scavenger hunt when you guys were trying to find where I was. Yes, I was on Mars. I couldn't take it anymore during this pandemic, so I got out of here. Just kidding. You do have to deal with me for the rest of the year. I'm so sorry. So first and foremost, I wanted to show you a really important feature, and that's the updates feature. So if you go over here, you'll see updates right below materials, and if you click that, it looks very much like a timeline on Facebook or Instagram. So what I have done the past few days is post some reflections that answer some of those heavy-hitting questions. If you miss out on asking me questions during the office hours, what I've been doing is posting an announcement through the updates page that will kind of save us from having to text you guys through Remind so often. So when I post an update, there will be a little number here, a number 1, just like you would get on your Instagram if you have a notification, or on your Snapchat, so on and so forth. It will provide you again with that information. Just recently I shared a picture of an announcement from Jason Reynolds saying that he was going to be reading his book on Instagram Live yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I believe. So the updates page is really important to kind of check every morning or afternoon whenever you get on, so that you can see anything new that's happened and possibly answer some of those questions that you might have later on, so that you don't have to wait for me to respond. It's already there. If you think back to the scavenger hunt, you will also remember the conferences feature that I showed you, and I want to explain what that is a little bit more in depth and show you how to get to it. So conferences is an opportunity for us to get together, and it's like what you've been seeing on social media with Zoom. You will be in almost like a chat room with anybody else who decides to tune in at that time, and you can join showing your face. You do not have to show your face, but it would be like talking to people on the phone or on FaceTime. So to get to the conferences, you go to groups. I have quite a few groups, but what you're going to do is you're going to find Office of Miss James, those conference office hours for Miss James, and then click it. And once you're in the actual group, down here on the left, you'll see the conferences tab, which most of you found. And then within the conference tab, you will see my office hours, and you can click in. They are from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday, as long as we're in school. You do not have to attend a conference only if you have a question. You can hop in just to say hi. If you want to talk to your peers, you can encourage them to jump in. It's just a time where we can get together, share information, or share questions if you have them. Moving on, another feature that you saw during the scavenger hunt was the messaging feature, and that is right here. If you click messages, you can actually message me by clicking new message and typing in my name. Okay, once you click my name, you'll type in your message, and then click send. This goes directly to my phone, and I will answer you as soon as I possibly can. Those of your peers who have used that can tell you that I really try to be as quick as possible so that you are not waiting for me. All right. Now to move on to some of those hard-hitting questions that I got during week 1 last week. I'm going to go back to the courses page and go back into 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. I hope everybody took advantage of looking at the welcome back page. This will help you significantly when it comes to some of the information that I have gone over. All of your work, as you know, will be placed under Unit 4, Human Intelligence. And when you go in, you'll see, now I have a couple more folders open than you do because I haven't published them, but you'll see each day and the work associated with it. So if you go into Mondays, every folder will have a page, a video, or a discussion post that you need to start with. Always start at the top. Just like how we read a list, you want to start with whatever is at the very top because it's either going to have a thought-provoking question or important directions for you. So if I went into April 6th, Monday's folder, and I clicked the start here, I've got my learning target and my success criteria that I know will help me understand what the point of the activity is. So if the learning target for day 1 was I will reconnect with my classmates and teacher through discussion, I know that the point of whatever I'm doing is to reconnect simply with my classmates and my teachers. So when in doubt, always go to that learning target and that success criteria, and that will help you. Not only do you have the learning target and success criteria, but you also have step-by-step directions that walk you through what to do. Now, there was some confusion, centered around the videos. On some school devices, the videos are not working. However, if you have a regular device, you click play, and the video should pop right up. And yes, it was a little cringy, and I'm sorry, just trying to bring in some of that humor that I know you guys love. If the video is not working, there is a link to the video. You click the link, and it should open it up in YouTube. Again, it should pop right up. Now, if that doesn't work, down here, it says, or see attached document. Down at the very bottom, I'd click on the MP4 file. My computer's downloading it, and as soon as it downloads it, I can open it and view it. Now, if you're on a Chromebook, it might look a little bit different, but again, if you click on that file, it should open it for you. And then mine pops right up. So that's 3 different ways to access a video if you cannot access the video through just simply the embedded version. Now, once I read everything on here, I'd go back to the folder, complete my discussion post, because again, that's the second thing on the list, and then click the Flipgrid link. The same thing applies for the next day. If you go into the folder, you see a few extra things, but again, I'm starting right at the top. I've got a video that I'll watch. I can click here to see the embedded version. I've got the video link, or at the very bottom, I've got my attached document, okay? I have a learning target. I will demonstrate my understanding of Schoology Pearson and their features by using them to complete a task. I've got my success criteria, and again, directions that walk me through step by step how to get there. And yes, this is me. I am Inspector J. I was undercover working, and that was my side job. Moving on. When you go to today's folder, you will see it looks very similar to the folder from Wednesday and Thursday, and that is because you guys are going to finish this project. Now, I got quite a few questions for this project in particular. So even though this says start here, I want to go ahead and dive into the directions for this project, just simply because I know you're going to click this first, and I know that you did click it because you have access to this video. So when you go into the actual assignment, again, we've got a video, and the person in that video does look a little bit familiar. I wonder who that is. Anyways, you've got the video link if you can't access that, and then again, the file is attached down here. Do not just ignore the video. One, because I want you to see my phenomenal acting skills. And two, this provides important information about Hogan and the decision that he made. You need to know that decision, which you should already know that decision, but you need to know that decision in order to form your argument. Down here you have your learning target. I will conduct a short research project to answer a question drawing on several sources to develop an argument. From right there, I know that my goal is to develop an actual argument. So down here, my success criteria is saying that I'm using several articles to develop a claim and support it. The articles have to be tied into that folder. And I can create a project that outlines my argument by identifying my claim and supporting it using evidence from the articles. Now below, I've got my actual task, and it says that I'm using the attached planning page. So down at the very bottom, we've got should I stay or should I go? If I click on that, it will download the file for me. Now, because I have a PC, it opens up right into my Word. I can enable editing and go in and actually type because I'm not turning this in. This is a planning guide. This walks you through step by step how to achieve that research project. This is very much like an outline that you guys give to me when you are creating an essay. You have it. You show it to me, but what you turn in is your actual project. So this walks you through step by step exactly what you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people said, what is my claim about? And right here in bold print, we've got, is Governor Hogan justified in the measures he has taken to lock down Maryland, and should citizens be forced to stay home for non-essential tasks? You are developing your claim and you are going to actually state it. Now remember, with a claim, it's not I think or well, here's how it should be. State it as a statement. Hogan is justified in the measures that he's taken, or Hogan is not justified in the measures that he has taken. Now after you get your claim, you're going to pull information from the 3 articles that you read in Schoology that support your claim from up here, just like we've done in class. This is just review, okay? After you put your evidence, I want you in your own words to tell me how it supports your claim, because that's going to help you with your actual project. And with your project, you have choice. You can create an infographic, you can do a Sway or a PowerPoint, depending on which program you'd rather use, or you can do a TED Talk. A TED Talk is a speech, and we've provided you with resources in a folder on Schoology, which I'll show you in a minute, that show you different examples of all of these, okay? So if you are interested in the idea of just recording yourself, maybe because you love doing the Flipgrid, then you know that you can go in and you can see an actual TED Talk in those resources. After you have selected the type of project you want, I encourage you to jot down a plan. You can do this again in this, or you can actually use a sheet of notebook paper, okay? But just get a plan down. It would be like your rough draft. Even if it's not going through each slide, figure out what you need. Figure out what pictures you want to include, okay? because in the actual assignment on Schoology, it tells you exactly